right, y'all. Welcome to the Social Sig podcast number 10. Today we got Cam Will.
Yo.
I literally just met you like 10 minutes ago.
First time.
How's it going?
I'm all right. Hanging in there. Doing good. You?
You chilling? I'm good. I had a bad week last week. This week's been really great, so ups and downs.
Why last week was bad?
Dude, I got really sick. It's Wednesday. Sunday, Packers lost to the Jets.
Horrible.
Really
We suck.
horribly.
We
Fucking
suck.
Monday and the whole week was just kind of gray. And then Wednesday, I got this terrible stomach pain. Went to urgent care and stuff.
Like her too.
You got one too? Camera can't see anyways. Yeah. And I had a good weekend, and this week's been great. So
No. Good to hear you doing better.
Yeah, man. I heard you got a show this weekend.
A performance. We're doing, what is it called? It's a performance from Marquette. They do like we should probably know it, but
Is it like the radio kind of thing?
yeah.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, they asked us to come do that, so we're doing that Saturday.
Yep. Cool.
Saturday
cool.
like 3.
Yep, like Marquette Radio.
Yeah, it should
Yep.
be dope.
Yeah.
Should be cool. We watched some of the footage that they've done before. We've never done it before. So
Yeah.
and they said it's like a tiny desk. So
Yeah,
should
they
be all right.
just started doing that. Lobi was the band that I saw perform there.
Oh, like this is like new.
Yeah,
Okay, hard.
I think so.
Dope.
That's what I gathered from it. But I'm
Dope.
actually doing that sometime coming up here. I don't have a date set. but
Fire.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let you
cool.
know how it goes then.
So what?
I'll let you know how it goes then.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope.
So you've been in the Milwaukee scene for how long?
I would say,
Are you from Milwaukee?
yeah, born and raised.
Cool.
62nd and Capitol. I would say I've been in the scene, like really in the scene, since 2020 is when I feel like I've like officially been like really doing music for real. But when it comes to making music and like stuff like that, I would say like 2018 is when I started making music.
Okay.
Back when I was in college, and then I made an EP. Then I ended up dropping out of school after making the EP, and then just working 9 to 5 and doing music full time and trying to make the music take off.
You're doing music full time?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell
Mhm.
yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a dream,
Appreciate
innit?
it? For sure.
Dope. So I got to ask you, as a musician, how do you make your money?
I mean, what? Like, if you want to break it
Yeah,
down technically, it's like the streams. You can make money off streams, your
merch,
publishing, your merch, your shows, your brand deals. A lot of different avenues. It's all like there's a lot of money in the independent side. I'm not saying that like I'm making cheese in the independent side yet. I definitely feel like we are headed that way.
Right.
But there's a lot of ways you can be making bread as an independent artist. But you just got to have the people around you that know, or you got to be able to figure it out yourself and then implement that and make sure that you're doing the right things.
Make the right team kind of thing.
You?
Yeah. I work a 9 to 5 job in property management.
Okay, hard. One of my friends does that.
Yeah, it's super chill industry. And then just music outside of that.
Yeah.
So working towards getting like the full time like music, which would be a dream. Trying to get like the podcast going and everything, but
Dope.
it's just hard to find a consistent stream.
Like what you mean?
Like a consistent stream of income. I guess I'm not aware of like, are your streams kind of making a consistent like monthly income kind of thing for you?
Yeah,
or?
not. I wouldn't say anybody makes the same exact amount every single month, but it's just more so you kind of know what your ground level is gonna be, because like if you're sitting at this amount of monthly listeners across all platforms, you'll be making this much a month.
Right.
So you know, at least I need to be making this many streams every month so I can at least pay for this or pay for this or pay for that.
Definitely. What does your day look like?
Right now, my day definitely changes. I'm very like schedule regimented, if you can put those two words together. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm typically.
So you got a good routine going?
Yeah, for sure. Like something I carried since like a kid. Not recently, not the past couple of days. Past couple of days has been a little hectic. But I'm usually up at 7, give or take. Get up, get a workout in. I have like 2 hours of my schedule blocked off where I have like every single thing I need to do every single morning. Then after that, it's like music and soccer. That's it. Nothing else but music and soccer.
Yeah.
You?
Monday through Friday, waking up, going to work, and I've talked about this before on the podcast, but property management is nice, especially in the off season, like not summer, because I have a lot of time in the office.
You got some bad tenants? ever?
Time to time. Depends
Yeah.
on the property. I was a floater for a while. I
What's
worked
that?
for like in between a few different apartment complexes.
Okay.
I work for the Mandel Group, so
Okay.
they own like North End, Domus, Park Lafayette,
Dope.
Gaslight. But I'm just at one now. But what I was saying is just pretty nice now. I'm at a computer in the office. I can work on music stuff then when we're pretty slow,
Fire.
and then get out Mondays, do a podcast. Tuesday, band practice, and then Wednesday I want to do podcasts again, and then finding time to hang out with my girl too, and then weekends we do shows.
Fire.
Yeah.
So you got like a decent week every single week.
Yeah, changes it week to week as you know, but yeah, it's good. Staying busy.
For sure. That's
Staying
dope.
busy.
That's dope. 100%.
Where do you want to be? Like, what do you want to do ultimately with your music? I'll be honest. Like, I have listened to just a few of your songs. I've heard of you in the scene for a long, long time. And I specifically saw the music video for All Day, maybe.
Okay.
When y'all are at Bradford. I know Simra.
Okay.
So she posted. I think she was in that. I remember seeing that.
Shout out Sim.
Yep.
What was your question?
It was holy shit. I don't even know.
Where do you remember?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
What's I mean, I bet you have some goals for like 1 year, 5 year, 10 year.
Yeah,
But like,
1000%. Sometimes I'm too goal oriented, but maybe I'm not. I think I just let people put that in my head. I don't think I'm too goal oriented. I think that's me. I'm goal oriented. So my biggest goal definitely is to be artist of the decade, and that's like at the top. And if we were to start at the top, then we were to break our way down. First, I want to be the biggest artist in the city. I feel like a couple months possibly will be there in terms of streams. Lakia's got it right now, but
she won Artist of the Year last year for 88.9.
really,
Is she out in LA? She had that album.
she's in Atlanta, I believe.
She had the album that had she was wearing the Bucks jersey. That was her. Yeah, she won the 88.9.
Yeah, she's fire.
Yeah, she's been doing some big shit.
Huge.
Yeah,
putting the city on. So definitely that's my biggest goal right now. My main focus is to be the biggest artist in the city, and then after that, the biggest artist in the Midwest, and after that, the biggest artist in, USA, just like stuff like that. So, that's my goal right now.
When you say biggest, do you mean like influential? What's a big indicator of like how many streams you get, like just how well known, like the type of.
So I made this might be a hot take for the city. I made a list of just like all the artists in the city who were above me in streams. I wrote their names on the list and what they were at monthly. And then I started going and like focusing on my streams and all that, and then crossing them off, and then crossing this next person off, and then crossing this next person off. So I don't remember what your question was and how I got to that, but that's like my main way of kind of like tracking myself when it comes to a lot of the things in the city, and that's like I'm competitive, so that's how I see it.
You've probably seen have you noticed that when you write those artists down, do their streams ever dip lower? Like they're not consistent?
For sure, there's definitely.
And do you see yours inclining
over time? I've definitely had some dips for sure, because I haven't been as consistent with releases as I would like to be, and as I will be, but like we'll have a 3-month period where I'll be very consistent, and then we'll have like a release that's meant for the 4th month, but I'll be like, nah, that's not it. And then next thing you know, we don't release anything for 4 months, and then we have another 3 months. So we're trying to make sure that we're super consistent every single month.
Right.
So we can start knocking some heads off.
How much like marketing do you do with your music / compared to like live shows? Do you tour ever and do shows outside? Because I'm from like the indie scene, so like doing shows is like
huge,
a part of it.
Huge.
You know?
Obviously not enough marketing. We're not where we want to be, so we need to do more, 1000%. But I definitely, me and my homie he helps with a lot of my creative things. We partner on that, and we do a lot of my campaigns. So when it comes to marketing, that's like super, super heavy. Like if we do have a budget for something, 50% of that budget is always going to go to marketing, because I know how important it is to make the product, but then how important it is that you need to be able to put it in front of people, because there's so much going on right now that if it's not put in front of the right people, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So
how important?
That was like a 2-part question, wasn't it?
It was
it said something about marketing and then something about
shows.
Shows.
Yeah.
I did. I opened for an artist in New York. That was like one of my first ever like being flown or flying somewhere to open up for an artist and being paid for a show like outside of the city. I did a Foot Locker event. They asked me to come and do that in Chicago, which was dope. But otherwise, I'm not the biggest into shows just because I feel like a lot of the shows here are in front of all of the same people over and over and over and over.
Can get saturated.
Yeah. And so sometimes I'm just like, I'll do it to like help myself get better at performing and get my reps in. But when it comes to like me throwing my own show, I don't think I'll do that until I have people that are really coming just for me, you know,
Gotcha.
and they come knowing all of my lyrics and they come wanting to see me perform. But
interesting.
My business partner, Ozzy, he's very, very.
I know Ozzy.
Very.
Seems like Ozzy knows everybody.
Yeah, very on me about shows. So
yeah,
we're doing this summer. We did the most shows we've ever done. I think we did like
cool.
Maybe like 10 shows or something over this whole past summer. So
cool.
How many do you think you've done this summer? You sing?
Yeah, singer, guitar.
Okay, so you playing and singing at the same time?
Yep, and I have a drummer, lead guitarist, and a bassist. I write all the songs and kind of like the main head of it.
Dope.
We probably have done almost since last March, almost 50 shows.
Damn.
So we've been like I said, we do shows like every weekend, sometimes two.
Damn. So do you get nervous?
Last time I got nervous, no, because I was in a band in high school.
Okay.
Got kind of the nerves out of the way in that. We had a big show. We played at the Pabst Theater in March. I was nervous for that show.
How many people was that?
1,200 max. It was probably around 1,000. But I was nervous for that mostly because I felt like it was a pinnacle in my life where if we crushed it, my life would go one direction. And if I froze up on stage, it'd go another. We crushed it. And after that, just the confidence in my day-to-day went entirely up. And I normally don't get too nervous before shows, you know.
Me, I'm the opposite. I hate.
You nervous?
Yeah, until I'm on there. And like once I'm on stage, I'm like, people just want to see you do good. So it doesn't matter. But like me growing up, even before every single game, I would get like shakes and jitters before every single soccer game. So I don't think it's more nervous. I think it's more like anxious. Maybe
they say nervousness and excitement are the same feeling. It's just how you perceive it.
For sure. So I'm trying to make sure I turn it to excitement every single time.
Feel excited, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right.
How important do you think that like social media presence is? Like, are your TikTok numbers popping? I didn't really dig into your online presence much at all, but do you put much?
We put a lot of focus into it. More, we need to put more. Like always, we need to do more. But that is something that like we have every single call weekly. We talk about that, and then me and O would be every single day texting about different content ideas or different video ideas and things because we know how important it is. So TikTok is definitely starting to move a little bit more for us.
What are you at?
Follower-wise? What, like
follower-wise?
2,000 or something like that?
I don't know, because there's different measurements.
Yeah.
I'm fairly new to TikTok. I hate it, but I just post on it.
Yeah.
I stay away from the news feed.
Yeah.
The algorithm.
I
don't allow myself to go on the home screen.
Yeah, we're at like 2,000 something on TikTok right now. And the way it's just weird because TikTok is like it's like detrimental and it can be pivotal. And I learned those words today and what the difference of those words were.
Can you explain to me what the difference is?
But because I was in the studio today and I was talking about there's this person, this influencer that's supposed to be doing a video, and I was just saying how if he does it, it'll be very detrimental for the song instead of very pivotal, because I meant to say pivotal. Like he's supposed to be, if he does it, it can shoot the song up. Like we need him to do this video so we can get the song moving more. Sure. But I just was using the wrong word.
Detrimental is like
bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's only going to do it bad.
Yeah. But
pivotal is a good word.
Exactly. So when it comes to TikTok, it's like I see a lot of people, they'll have like a video that has like 3 million views and then the next one will have 100. And it's just like, it's hard to gauge TikTok, so hard.
Yo.
So I feel like we went through a period where we were just doing anything because we were like, we need to get on, we need to try this. And then I'll go back and watch my content and I'll be like, what are you doing, bro? Like that's not you. So when we started to focus on just what we wanted to make and put it on there, we put this skit up like 6 days ago now, and it's
Cool.
at like 16K likes or something like
Hell
that.
yeah.
And then we shot me recording with my old high school for a song, and that's like at like 17K likes or something.
Cool.
And so it's like dope to see the things that we actually wanted to do are the things that are moving, versus when I was trying to do things to move, they didn't move. So
Right.
we're definitely focusing on just being ourselves for
Yeah.
sure. Because it's
That
a
is
trap.
interesting.
It's definitely a trap.
There's
a lot of people doing things that aren't
yeah,
them
tell
on
me
there.
about it.
Yeah.
They say like for TikTok, like the algorithm really favors consistency. Like if you post like I heard something somewhere, like post every day on TikTok, every week on Instagram, and every month on YouTube.
Yeah, I hate it, bro. man, I hate it. I'm not a content creator. I don't feel. I'm just an artist. You know what I mean? And like, I'll make a piece of art and then I just want to put it out and share it. I don't want to have to sit here and think of now how can I make 30 pieces of content off of this piece of art that I made, when that is my content. That is what I made. So you got to play the game though.
Yeah.
You know? So we're
it's
learning
interesting
how to play
like, because TikTok is fairly new and particularly after COVID, I want to say like there's definitely people have it figured out, and I've listened to a podcast of like just ways to boost it all. Shit, I forgot where my train of thought was going, but yeah, it's just interesting and how it really affects the art almost. Like you want to keep it from a genuine place, but also you want as many eyes to see it that you can. If TikTok didn't exist, you wouldn't be making little short videos,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
You'd be like making a painting or something,
Exactly.
you know, taking
What?
pictures.
Like on Instagram, we went from posting our food to now everything has to be so calculated. You know what I mean? When it's like, I don't know. I feel like one day we'll get to that point, but it seems like the only way the people that are at that point right now are the people that are like already at this level that they can just do whatever they want. But the ones that are coming up, we need to figure out how to sacrifice ourselves to get to that point. So then we can do what we want, which sacrifice, I guess.
Right. One thing that I have been starting is the podcast. I think that having the podcast creates an outlet for people to see who I am just from like a longer if they want to invest the time.
For sure.
And it's something I want to do. I want to meet people. I want to talk to people and pick people's brains. So I think it's a win-win. Rather than I don't know, just trying to figure out how to do it my way. You know what I'm saying?
It's my first podcast. Like,
really? Oh, no way. I'm honored.
This is dope. I definitely would come here and do this often.
Yeah.
Just to hear myself and talking this
I know.
mic,
It's nice that when you're plugged in like this.
It's hard. I like it.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Where do you see do you plan on being in Milwaukee for the next foreseeable future, or do you want to plans to get out? Like what? Are you kind of just waiting for like opportunities to come your way and kind of assess as you go?
So Milwaukee doesn't have the infrastructure that we need, I feel like, to like break more people. Like it seems to me like a lot of people that like reach that next level, they ended up having to leave. So I definitely feel like we can break here from Milwaukee. Like we definitely can, just because social media has no boundaries. But when it comes to meeting people, I've met the most people that were like pivotal in my career so far outside of the city. Yeah. So I definitely see myself like doing month stints in like Chicago or LA or New York. But when it comes to living, I like Milwaukee. I'm gonna live here.
Have a home base.
Yeah, I'm definitely living here, but I'll be in other places until I can get it going enough that I can stay here and do me.
Right. That seems to be the consistent theme, even with bands. Not a whole lot of people stick around.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's just like you said, not a lot of a infrastructure. But I do believe that it is possible to use social media and the internet. But there's like as far as like agencies and labels, there's not a whole lot of them in Milwaukee. Are you signed? Are you independent? You said
independent.
Yeah. Badass.
Yeah, I'm partnered with Rock Nation's distribution company called EQ. I work with them, but still fully independent.
Cool.
Still on my masters and all of that. So
gotcha.
Still thugging it with the team I came up with.
Yep.
You know?
When you say you partner with Rock Nation,
Yeah, and their distribution company.
cool. What's Rock Nation?
That's JayZ's label.
Oh shit!
JayZ,
Whoa.
yeah, JayZ and what's the other guy? Biggs, and it's Dame. He doesn't even own just JayZ and Biggs. Their label. Dope.
Badass.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You know,
That's cool.
It was like a story. I was in New York. The day I opened up for the artists in New York, we ended up going to the office and just walking through the office. That was my first time being there, and getting to see everything. And then 2 days later, when I came back to Milwaukee, there was a post of JayZ, Kevin Hart, and Jason Tatum walking out of the same building. And that was like, to me, I was like, I'm like so close to like get into this next level. Like I can feel it. I'm starting to be around these people, and it's just like we need to keep focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of I was going through looking for reaction channels on YouTube to like send my videos to, and there's so many YouTube channels that started building a following and then they just quit. And I was like, damn, you guys are like building something compared to some of the other people. And so I look at us as like, as long as we don't quit, we'll get there for sure.
Gotcha. I was told something recently that the day that you quit is the day that you were the closest ever to where you wanted to be.
Dope.
And that like really stuck with me. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like if you can just imagine the day that you do quit, the next day everything is gonna work. Like some breakthrough is gonna happen. So yeah.
For sure.
That's tight. Cool. What's your favorite place to eat in Milwaukee? One of them.
I would say Onesto's, if you know where that is. It's like an Italian restaurant.
I've heard of it, but
in the Third Ward.
Okay.
Me and my homies, they'll laugh when they hear this and laugh that I'm saying it out loud. But we have like this like deal that like every partner that we come across, the first date has to be at Onesto's. So that's like
what's the philosophy behind that?
I don't just, you know what I mean? Just boys being boys.
Sure,
So, you?
sure.
Where you like to eat here?
I really like Cops for a burger. It's not too expensive either.
Haven't been there in so long.
Yeah.
For burger.
I really have been liking for good ramen Easy Tiger on Brady Street.
I've never been there.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's newer and
Okay.
it's really cool inside there too.
Is that like on Brady? That's like by Red Ramen? Is that?
Red Light Ramen is off of Farwell and Brady. I would say Easy Tiger is more towards like Garage or like that Dynamite.
Okay.
Kind of over there.
Okay. Dope. Milwaukee's got some tough food spots for real on the low.
Yeah, they do.
They just don't have like they don't have the infrastructures here to like really blow to that next level. Like we got some spots where I've had food that I'm like, this is the best food I've ever had in my life. But nobody knows about it unless you walk past it.
Right.
So.
Right. It's always like the small hole in the wall ones. Like I've heard like Mr. Signor's is pretty good.
Okay.
For Euro, Shawarma King in River West here is pretty fire. Just a few different ones. What inspires your songwriting, or what is your process? Sorry, let me ask you, what is your process for songwriting, and then like what inspires it?
A lot of different things. I would say true stories almost all the time. A lot, like every single one of my songs is typically about something that I've experienced or that somebody next to me has experienced, because it's hard for me to make things up sometimes. I've definitely had like records that I haven't released yet that like I've been like, what if I just went into this world a little more? But I would say overall it's definitely from like real experiences. And then when it comes to like how I write, I used to only put pen to paper, but I remember seeing like what JayZ does and how Baby raps and how a lot of the like people were up and coming doing it. And so I was like, all right, let me learn this style, because when I was in the studio with people, like we did a Fast and Furious writing session, and that was one of the first times that I've ever been in the studio with just more than my engineer. And we didn't have the time for me to sit and write a verse for an hour. So I was like, okay, let me learn how to get in the booth and punch in every couple lines. It's definitely not my preferred way of writing, but I feel like I've learned how to do that. So there's a lot of different techniques. But recently, I've just been trying to write on random things. Like I wrote a verse on a whiteboard, and then wrote a verse on a receipt, and just like stuff like that.
Right.
To keep it creative.
Yeah.
That's the same for you when it comes to like trying different things.
A little bit. Well, going back to what you were saying, like I was just talking with my friend Young Davey on a podcast, but he's saying it's very hard to keep the theme consistent for like if you say like 8 bars, starting the first line and keeping it in the same general column as the whole piece is very impressive in art, you know. I write on the acoustic guitar. Start with a few chord progressions. I think the instrument, just guitar is I've been playing forever, so it's a good instrument for me to really just get my emotions out.
Yeah.
Even when I can't particularly put my emotions to word, just kind of just more feeling it more than anything. And then just kind of mumbling some words and melodies. I'm a sucker for a catchy melody, and
Majority of the songs start with melodies, or
yeah. Okay. And then I would just like kind of humming, and then I'd put the voice memo on my phone on, just kind of play through it, and then if I hear like a good lyric, like kind of write that down, and sometimes it'll turn into something, and sometimes
voice memo is like one of the best inventions of all time when it comes.
How many
to
voice memos do you have in your phone right now?
Probably like close to 1,000 for sure.
Yeah,
like so many.
Yeah,
so dope,
so helpful. You know.
Yeah, and I finally learned how to like record myself, so I got like the Shure S&B and like a Focusrite and just Logic, and I'm able to like record myself now at my place. So that definitely has taken some of the voice memos out because I've been able to do it there. But being anywhere, like I used to be when I was working, I used to be powder coating, and from like 6 a.m. to like 2, and I would hop out of the powder coat booth and get in my.
What's
voice
powder
memo.
coating?
It's like industrial. They have like this big line. Then you have to like paint the parts.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, I was doing that all day for like 6 months, and then I ended up leaving. But I used to hop out of it and record on my voice memo just so I can remember something and then get back in and keep painting. So voice memo is like top tier. I feel like for probably every single artist I've come across, they've all said voice memo is like you can't go wrong with voice memo.
Right, because so often you'll have an idea, and even my notepad in my phone, I use that every day.
Yeah, those two are probably my most used apps.
You'll have like an idea, and then it just vanishes if you don't jot it down. You know, like it's so hard to remember. It's like a dream. Do you dream? Pretty heavy, or?
That's a deep question.
Yeah. I have another deep question that you just said that just jogged my memory of this other question.
Yeah, I would say I dream. Growing up though, I used to like have very, very few dreams. Like I used to just dream white walls, and I remember vividly just only dreaming white walls. But like now I've been able to dream more, and like my dreams are more like manifestation type dreams.
So you remember like dreaming white walls? Did you ever feel anything like an urge to put something on the white walls as like an artist?
I was scared just growing up, so I used to just be like, what is going on? Sure. But now for sure, like a lot of the dreams are more like, I know why I dreamed about this, or I know why this is happening. But back then I used to be like, why is this happening?
Have you ever had reoccurring dreams?
For sure. Yeah.
Do you feel like they mean something to you ever? Subconsciously?
Yes, because I know they do. Because I know, like, obviously we're having the same things come to our head because might be in the same mind state. But I never, like, think too deep into them. I notice, like, if it's a good dream, obviously I'll be like, that's meant to be. You know what I mean? If it's a bad one, I'm like, that's not it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You?
Man, no, I never had a reoccurring dream. Knock on wood, 'cause I feel like they're usually pretty stressful from what I hear from people. Okay. Just like the subconscious. My buddy's dad had this reoccurring dream of stacking. He was like very like particular. Was it like OCD kind of guy? But he would have bricks in his dream, planning on making a wall, and when he finishes the wall, it just all falls down, and then he'd wake up, just be like, "Fuck!"
No, that's tough.
You know. But my other deep question was, do you look at old photos often?
Not as much as I used to.
Sure.
I used to be very reflective. Like in the sense of always wishing I was how I was back then, especially when I dropped out of school, because like I was playing soccer and that was like what I dedicated 18 years of my life to, 19 years of my life. And then so I'll always go back and find myself reposting those pictures and all of that, but not reflective in that sense. Reflective in like I make art, I make music, so I feel like we all kind of have to be reflective in a sense, because we got to be able to write about things we've been through, but not reflective as in like looking back at old pictures as much. I saw a picture of my little brother the other day as a kid, and I was like, damn, where did the time go?
Yeah.
So I haven't really spent that much time reflecting that
There's
much.
different ways of reflecting, you know. It's like reflecting, you can either be thankful for everything and really fortunate for where you are and what you went through to get there, or you could be really regretful, you know. So
for sure.
It's good to.
You regret anything?
No, I was talking with young Davey about this too. Yeah, no regrets, man. I feel like everything that's happened in my life, good or bad, has gotten me to where I am, and that's even in a sense of like, if me 10 years from now, I hope that I don't have any regrets. You know, that's like something to live by.
Right.
But yeah, no regrets so far. You?
Yes and no. Like, no, because obviously I know the philosophy of everything's happened for a reason.
Yeah.
But yes, in the sense of like I always wish I would have went a little harder. Like always. I've never looked back and been like satisfied with like, I know you gave every single thing you got or had back then. So in that way, yeah. So I've been trying to live more so to where I know I'll look back and be like, you gave that every single thing you had, and that was meant to be what it was.
I've noticed that when talking, you always feel like there's room to do more and room to improve, and very competitive. Where do you think that came from? You played soccer for 18 years. Have you always been like that without it?
Yeah, I've been into sports since I've been a kid.
Soccer
one of the, like,
mainly, or
no,
just
I
kind
grew
of
up.
everything?
So I grew up playing basketball and soccer, and then I ended up stopping basketball my freshman year because I was like, if I'm gonna play soccer or if I'm gonna play basketball, I need to do one or the other and put my all into that. And so I ended up cutting off basketball because I'm short, 5'10".
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it comes to basketball,
Hey, we're not short. I'm 5'10" too. Come on.
When it comes to basketball,
Not
we're on
too
the shorter
short.
side. So I just was like, soccer's it, and I mess with soccer more. I feel like it's a very undeserving sport in the city, or in the city and in the USA, and it's like it can be changed for sure.
Yeah.
And so I put my all into that and was able to take it to where I was able to take it to so far. My grandpa, he ended up like, do you know who Pele is?
Pele.
He's he was like the first black, I believe he was the first black soccer player. I know he was like, he played for Brazil and he won the World Cup. I'm not remembering of all his history.
I can picture like, it sounds familiar when I picture like a sports announcer being like, Pele.
Yeah. But my grandpa, he got this like old ass soccer ball and he gave it to me and said it was from him, and bought like this bootleg jersey just down the street and gave it to me and said it was from him. And he put that in my hands and just was like, this is for you to be great. And the next thing you know, 10 years from now, I learned that that's not what it was. Ooh. But it just was like, that was something that lit the fire under me, that like I always wanted to be like the best at whatever I do. Yeah. So I look at everything as like a competition in a good way. Like I compete with everybody on everything. Like
it's a beautiful gift for him to give you. And I'm sure that he like knew that like, sure. This is going to get you going.
He knew he was planting a seed, which is like, our elders are so smart. It's like he changed my life just by lying to me, but in a good way. You know what I mean?
White lie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So always been very competitive.
So no more soccer. You said you play soccer time to time, like recreationally, or?
Yeah, I want to definitely get back into it. That's one of the bigger goals that I have that I'm working on. So hopefully that works out. I definitely was trying to find the balance of music and soccer. I could have balanced it back in the day. Like 2 years ago, but I ended up not really wanting to do the school part, and that's why I ended up leaving. Like if I could have just done soccer and music, I would have done it, but originally I wanted to go overseas, but my parents forced me to go to school, so I ended up having to do the school
overseas
part.
For soccer.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like minor league or kind of thing.
I was trying to take it all the way. Like,
holy shit, man.
Yeah. So
fuck yeah, dude.
It was like that's all I cared about. You know what I
Whoa.
mean? So
Like
it's like a life change.
like
for
Major
sure.
League Soccer kind of thing.
Even like
Fuck,
over
man.
here, yeah, but
Yeah.
what it is over there, like Premier League and all of those.
Yeah, Premier.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about the new soccer arena coming up? You seen that?
Finally,
Yeah,
like,
right. Finally.
finally,
Yeah, it's
the
gonna
city,
be a really cool area.
Yeah,
You know?
the city, we need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we have so many. I remember, I think it was like 2017. They had like some pro team come play here in the Brewer Stadium, and I believe they sold it out. And so I like, there's an audience here for it, but
Yeah.
we just need it here.
Right.
So
I know. Like last summer was Real Madrid maybe and Bayern Munich in Lambeau Field.
yep.
So sick. Wish I went.
Yeah, I wish I would have went so
Yeah.
bad. I've never been to a pro game outside of the U.S. So
Yeah.
my first game I went to, my homie plays for NYCFC in New York. And so I went to go see him, and that was like my first time
Wasn't
ever.
so? Is that the MLS team?
Yep.
Isn't is Ibrahimovic still on there? Is he
Nah,
retired?
he retired.
Damn, he was on there for a little bit.
I
Right?
don't know if he was on NYCFC. I don't
I felt like it was
remember
New
where he
York.
Maybe.
I don't follow it too closely.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe. I don't even know. I personally don't follow the MLS,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because they're not doing the best job of marketing. So
I
feel
will
like
follow if we get that MLS team in Milwaukee though. That'd be,
sure.
That'd be badass.
We're headed that way 100%.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about Milwaukee is that it is expanding. It is getting cooler. Hopefully the winters get a little bit more mild. So like it's unfortunate to say that Milwaukee is always somewhere I could come back to wherever I go. You know.
What's your favorite season?
I like summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look like you like summery places. Definitely a
Yeah.
summer place.
I try to keep the life, like lots of plants in here. Winter can just get kind of dim. What's yours? Fall. Yeah.
Born in November
Sure.
1st.
I was born in August, so
Makes
you
sense.
kind of gotta
Yeah.
say it, right?
Makes sense.
Shit, your birthday's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Got any plans?
I've never
It's
had
a
a birthday
Tuesday.
party ever.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
How come?
we just didn't have the means to do it growing up. It used to always be like very super, super, super small scale. Just like
Sure.
people in my house would come and we'd sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember. Hopefully my mom doesn't hate me if I'm lying.
Right.
But I don't ever remember having a birthday party growing up. So I'm not really into it like that, but I get it.
for
So
sure.
maybe we'll do something this year. We'll
Right,
see. But
right.
my guy O's birthday is this weekend, so we're teeing up with him.
Shit.
Exactly.
Are you guys born in the same year, or
Are we?
that'd be pretty cool?
No,
Yeah.
we're not. What the hell?
97. Cool.
Like
What are you?
Pushing 30.
Oh, yeah, right. 87.
99.
99.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm 98, so
Okay,
right in
dope.
the middle. Cool. Cool. You got a new single coming out?
Came out.
Shit. What's it called?
What do you want? I think that's one of those ones. Like I feel like a lot of us as artists, we have releases and then we're like, this is the one. But I've never felt this way about a record until today. I made a record today that I feel kind of like the same way about it. But
yeah.
I've never felt this way about a record that's came out that I've released yet. And so just the
Cool.
storyline behind
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and the way that we are trying to roll it out, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if 2 months from now we're in a different position, you know? So
Hell yeah. When was it released?
like 3 days ago maybe.
Cool.
It was on last Friday.
Last Friday.
So that's more than 3 days ago. What is it, Wednesday? Like 5
What was
days
your
ago.
process on this song?
I got a call at like 2-3 in the morning about this girl telling me that she was having a kid, and I ended up just writing about it right in the moment. But not my kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoa.
not mine. But I ended up writing about it, and that's how the song came out. So and that was one of the first moments I watched this P&D interview, Party Next Door. You know what that is?
Yeah.
I think it was like an Apple Music interview, and he was talking about how soon as he feels something, no matter what he's doing, if he's out with the homies, if he's X, Y, and Z, he cancels it and he goes to the studio and he puts it down. And so it was like 3 a.m, and I was like, all right, let me just try it, because it was literally that day I saw the interview, and so I got up and just started writing, and then it was one of my favorite songs I've ever written because it was very easy to talk about exactly what I was feeling rather than
At that time.
writing about it
Right.
6 months later and trying to put myself back in the same position that I was before.
Right.
So trying to learn to do that more. It's
Mhm.
definitely hard, but
Sure.
trying to learn that.
I feel that as an artist, it can be, yeah, as you said, just for me, when I write a song, it's hard to go back to an old song and work on it because it's like shit. You got to get down. I mean,
so do you do like a lot of ideas, or do you just when you're working on a song, you do that top to bottom until it's done?
it depends on the song. A lot of the time, majority.
Yeah.
Usually, the best songs I write are the ones that I write that day and record it that week.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Just let it out and not even think too much deeply about it. A lot of the times too, I'll have like a verse or a bridge or a chord progression that will be in my back pocket, and then it'll just fit, So kind of piece the song together that way.
Fire.
Structurally.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I like to hear about how different people usually make their music.
Yeah, 'cause there's no formula.
Yeah, I want to try different ways. Like if you don't have somebody telling you what they do, then I end up doing the same things, and then I'll never experience another way to make music. So
right,
that's dope.
Right. Hell yeah! Anything else you want to talk about?
Keep doing your thing. I really rock with this.
Hell yeah, man!
I really rock with this,
bro. Ain't it fun? Oh shit!
Yeah, you could do this like for real.
That's
and
what
I even like the aesthetic of when I saw it on your Instagram, and then I saw it on Dwayne's Instagram. I was like, perfect.
Yo,
because like there's a lot of podcasts that just don't look the part yet.
Sure.
And
fuck it, man. Thank you so much.
For sure.
So I just started this shit, and like I want to see where it goes.
Natural, very natural.
Eventually, I'll get a producer in here. Maybe get some cooler lighting and stuff. But my idea is that if there's like any musician or someone who's coming through Milwaukee, and I see they're coming through, I'll just hit them up, and hopefully the platform's at a solid point to leverage it.
Are you ever planning on moving it off of the YouTube you have it on right now to like its own?
No, it'll be on mine.
Dope.
Yeah, just keep it right there.
Never have seen an artist do that, so that's
dope.
Right. That's dope.
I love it. I've always been wanting to do it too. So thank you so much. Check out Cam Will, everybody, on all streaming services. _Cam Will on Instagram.
We trying to drop the underscore, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. The underscore
we just
is ugly.
Cam Will, so we trying to get rid of it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool shit. Yeah, thank you so much. This has been cool.
For sure. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.